On the second day of BTS's highly anticipated stop in Paris, something extraordinary happened long before the official concert even began. Thousands of lucky ARMY who secured soundcheck access arrived at the stadium expecting a casual rehearsal session, but what they witnessed quickly turned into one of the most talked about moments of the entire tour. The atmosphere around the venue had been electric since early morning, with fans from all over the world gathering outside the stadium, waving purple banners and chanting Jungkook's name. No one could have predicted that the Golden Maknae would deliver a performance so explosive that social media would be flooded within minutes. As the stadium lights slowly came on and BTS members began making their way onto the stage, fans erupted into cheers that echoed throughout Paris. Jungkook appeared wearing a relaxed outfit and a bright smile, greeting the audience with an energy that immediately felt different from previous soundchecks. From the very first moment, ARMY sensed that something unforgettable was about to happen. Then, without warning, Jungkook suddenly sprinted across the stage, hyping up the crowd and encouraging fans to scream even louder. The response was immediate. Tens of thousands of voices filled the stadium, creating a deafening roar that left even the other BTS members laughing in disbelief. Jimin could be seen clapping and pointing toward Jungkook, while Jeon watched with an amused expression as the youngest member continued to unleash his seemingly endless energy. RM shook his head with a smile, joking that Jungkook was performing as if it were the final concert of the tour. Videos of the moment began circulating online almost instantly, with hashtags such as Jungkook in Paris, Soundcheck Day 2, and Golden Maknae taking over global trends. Fans described the performance as absolute chaos in the best way possible, while others claimed they had never seen Jungkook so energetic during a soundcheck. At one point, he reportedly grabbed a microphone and encouraged the audience to sing along, turning what was supposed to be a rehearsal into a mini-concert. Every section of the stadium responded with overwhelming enthusiasm, creating a moment that many attendees would later describe as life-changing. As Jungkook continued interacting with the audience, he began dancing freely across the stage, improvising moves, and laughing alongside his fellow members. The chemistry between BTS and ARMY was undeniable, reminding everyone why the group remains one of the most beloved acts in music history. Fans in attendance shared emotional messages online, with one writing, "I've attended many BTS events, but I've never seen Jungkook this happy." Another fan commented, "Paris brought out a completely different side of him today." The videos quickly accumulated millions of views across social media platforms, with international fans staying awake through the night to witness every available clip. Even local media outlets in France began covering the unexpected soundcheck spectacle, referring to Jungkook as the star who turned a rehearsal into a historic event. Meanwhile, backstage sources allegedly revealed that staff members were equally surprised by Jungkook's energy levels, with several joking that he seemed to have enough energy for 3 concerts instead of 1. As the soundcheck continued, J-Hope joined Jungkook in entertaining the crowd, creating a dance battle that sent the audience into another frenzy. Jeon, never missing an opportunity to make fans laugh, pretended to act as the referee, while Suga watched from the side with a rare smile on his face. The moment perfectly captured the unique bond between BTS members, a bond that has continued to captivate millions around the world for more than a decade. By the end of the soundcheck, fans were left speechless. Many remained in their seats long after BTS exited the stage, attempting to process what they had just experienced. Outside the venue, ARMY gathered in groups, replaying videos and exchanging stories about Jungkook's unforgettable performance. Some called it the highlight of the Paris stop, while others confidently declared it one of the greatest soundchecks in BTS history. As evening approached and preparations for the official concert continued, one thing became abundantly clear: Paris had once again witnessed the magic of BTS. Whether it was Jungkook's unstoppable energy, the members' playful interactions, or the unwavering passion of ARMY, the second day of Soundcheck had become much more than a rehearsal. It had become a moment destined to live forever in the hearts of fans. And if the Soundcheck was any indication of what was to come during the concert itself, Paris was about to experience a night unlike any other. As the official concert drew closer, anticipation inside Paris reached an unprecedented level. Fans who had attended Soundcheck Day 2 couldn't stop talking about Jungkook's explosive energy, and word quickly spread throughout the city. By late afternoon, social media timelines across the globe were dominated by one question: what happened to Jungkook in Paris? Videos of his dance battle with Jimin, his heartfelt bow to ARMY, and his non-stop running across the stage had already surpassed millions of views, with countless fan accounts declaring that the Golden Maknae was experiencing one of the happiest moments of the entire world tour. Even those who had not secured tickets found themselves captivated by the growing excitement surrounding the event. Outside the stadium, thousands of additional fans gathered simply to feel the atmosphere, singing BTS songs and waving purple flags as passing cars honked in support. The city itself seemed to embrace the phenomenon, with nearby buildings illuminated in shades of purple and local businesses displaying welcome messages for ARMY. For one remarkable day, Paris wasn't just hosting BTS, it was celebrating them. Meanwhile, backstage, the members reportedly continued joking about Jungkook's limitless energy. According to fans near the stage, Jeon humorously suggested that Jungkook had secretly consumed 10 cups of coffee before the soundcheck, while J-Hope insisted that Paris had somehow unlocked an entirely new version of the youngest member. RM laughed as he explained that Jungkook often becomes more energetic whenever he feels deeply connected to the audience, a statement that immediately resonated with ARMY worldwide. Many fans pointed out that Jungkook's biggest smiles always seem to appear when he performs in front of enthusiastic crowds, and Paris had certainly delivered one of the loudest audiences BTS had ever encountered. As evening approached, attendees began returning to their seats for the main event, but conversations about the soundcheck continued throughout the stadium. Some fans replayed videos on their phones, while others excitedly shared stories with strangers who quickly became friends through their shared love of BTS. It was a reminder of one of the group's greatest achievements, their ability to bring people together regardless of language, nationality, or background. In the hours that followed, fan communities across South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, Brazil, the United States, and Europe translated every interaction from the soundcheck, ensuring that millions of ARMY around the world could experience the magic alongside those in attendance. By this point, Jungkook, Paris, and Soundcheck Legend were trending in multiple countries simultaneously. Then came perhaps the most emotional revelation of the day. Several fans claimed that as Jungkook prepared to leave the stage after Soundcheck, he briefly turned back toward the audience one last time. Standing alone beneath the stadium lights, he reportedly took a moment to absorb the sight of thousands of ARMY waving their light sticks in unison. For a few seconds, the stadium fell unusually quiet. Then, with a soft smile, he raised both hands above his head to form a giant heart before disappearing backstage. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Fans burst into tears, while others stood frozen, realizing they had just witnessed a moment that would likely become part of BTS history. By the end of the day, countless ARMY members described Soundcheck Day 2 in Paris with the same words: unforgettable, emotional, and magical. Some called it the greatest soundcheck they had ever attended. Others simply said, Jungkook was born for the stage. And perhaps that was the perfect way to describe what happened in Paris. Because on that extraordinary day, Jungkook didn't just perform, he reminded the world why millions continue to admire him. Through his energy, sincerity, and genuine love for his fans, he transformed an ordinary rehearsal into a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Years from now, when ARMY look back on BTS's legendary Paris concerts, they may not remember every song or every speech. But they will undoubtedly remember the day Jungkook went wild during Soundcheck Day 2, turning an entire stadium into a sea of laughter, tears, and unforgettable memories beneath the Paris sky.